All right, guys, so we're back again with another video. And in this video, I'm finna be telling y'all how to get your first e-girlfriend, right? No, no bullshit. These are all, this is a tried and tested method, right? I've done it myself many of times. And yes, the title is not clickbait. It works like most of the time, like 95% of the time, right? It's hard to fuck it up, really, right? But we're gonna just go straight into it, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to get Discord, right? I'm pretty sure most of y'all, if you already clicked on this video, you probably already have Discord. But not only you're gonna get Discord, you're gonna get these four games, right? You're gonna get Rivals, Marvel Rivals, right? You're gonna get Overwatch, you're gonna get Valorant, and you're gonna get Roblox, right? So once you've downloaded these four games on whatever system you play, now just a disclaimer as well, you don't need to get all four games, but if you really trying to get it as fast as possible, because sometimes like the searching process can take a while. If you want to cut it down as much as possible, get all four of these games, right? Now, once you get all four of these games, you're gonna go back on Discord, right? And you're going to join the official servers for these games, right? You're gonna join the official servers, and you're going to go to the chat or whatever where it's looking for group essentially, and that is essentially like people that are looking for like other people to play with. Right now, once you go in there, you got to do it consistently enough. You go through the names of people that are looking for people to play with, right? And eventually, yeah, you find a girl on there. Like you can just tell from the name. Like usually, you can tell from the name if it's a chick or not, or if it's a guy, whatever. And if you're not sure, then shit, just shoot your shot anyways, right? Like if you find out it's a guy, then you don't you don't gotta play with him, I guess. But anyways, after once you're done with that, right, you're going to look, and once you eventually find the chick, you're gonna say, oh, are you still looking for a group, or are you still looking for someone to play with? If they're not, like if they found someone, then you just keep looking, I guess. But if they haven't, then you'd be like, yeah, cool, let's play, right? And then so once you start playing with them, obviously this is where you're gonna have to spit game. I'm not really gonna have any advice. Just spit game. Try to talk to them. Try to make your move on them. Like honestly, I'd say it'd be better to make your intentions clear up front and straight up, right? But once you do this for a good while, eventually y'all can move on, to just talking even outside of the game. Y'all can call, y'all can fall asleep on the phone, whatever. Again, I've done this shit many times, so I can tell you exactly how it works, right? But once you're done with that, I guess if it goes far enough, then you can sort of move on to the stage where y'all might be thinking about or talking about like linking up IRL. Obviously, like that part, a lot of people are not really gonna make it to that part, in my opinion. And I don't really think it's not really a bad thing, because to be honest, it's not like a guarantee that any of this shit's gonna work anyways. And when I say a guarantee, like it'll guarantee that you'll get the shawty or whatever, but it's not gonna guarantee that anything actually happens in real life between both of y'all. But yeah, once you do that, then that's sort of the extent of of the advice I can give you. Um, but the point is that realistically, getting like a e girl or whatever, it is not really supposed to be like the end goal. Because at the end of the day, real life will always be better than anything going on online when it comes to relationships or whatever. But yeah, the whole point of this is sort of to just prepare you for like real life. Obviously, even if it's just online, if you're spending a lot of time with chicks or whatever, you're talking to them consistently, you're like it's sort of putting you through what to say and to not say around chicks or whatever. Then you sort of get used to it in that sense, and it helps you move smarter and move better in real life. Again, I'm saying this because that's how it was for me, right? It helped me a lot too, in that sense of helping me how to know around, around helping me how to move, around shorties even in real life, right? And yeah, a lot of the times, like I said, a lot of the things you get into online they won't go anywhere. Like, y'all will have like the honeymoon phase or whatever. And once that's over, then yeah, you're gonna be at the point where, you guys just sort of break up pretty much. Like, and it always happens, it doesn't even have to be like over like an argument, or there's no hate involved or anything. Y'all just sort of like grow apart, right? Like, I think the longest like online, shit I've been in was, say, about 9 months. Get like, yeah, it was like 9 months, give or take. So that's getting lucky, and to be fair, we were talking about meeting up IRL as well, but like I said, we just grew up. We just grew apart. And to be fair, you don't want to really go out of your way to meet up with some online shorty in real life, anyways, unless she's really, really, really bad. But like, chances are, if she's really, really, really bad, like, she's already like taken, bro. Like in real life, like you're not gonna get the chance to wait that long and link up and all that shit. So essentially, I'm saying this to say, don't look at online shit as like the end goal. Really look at it as like a stepping stone to really help you bust up and move like in real life, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what this video is about. Like I said, this works. It has a very, very, very high success rate. I highly doubt you would fail if you take my advice, like everything I've said in this video. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.